What's up, guys? This is your boy James 68J coming to you guys live with a special live based off of some controversy. And so I did my stream this morning. My family's coming into town, and let me see if I can get over here. My family's coming into town. Actually, I think I'm on YouTube. I am on YouTube. My family's coming into town, and I'm gonna be preparing for that. But some things were brought to my attention that were shared with me. I shared a Telegram personal message in my Telegram group. I video recorded a message where I talked about what happened with myself and CKJ. That's what this whole thing is about. And so I want to address it live because I was going to keep it in my Telegram. He kept it in his Telegram. He gave me a little shot, a little cheap shot. Recording, and then he got on his live today, had a stream, and then felt the need to go further into it. So let me go into that since he felt the need to do that. So that's what we're going to do here. Let's see if I can find. So I need to address some things here. I think it was all the way back over here somewhere. Let me see here. See if I can find it. I don't know if I can even hear this. Let me see if I can hear it.
And I was really debating on big time, even talking about it at all. But I kind of just really wanted people to know that, we are separate now, and he's doing this thing and I'm doing my thing. I guess I really felt that I should put that out there.
Hold on a second. Let me see. Is it actually showing my... Let me see if it's showing. It looks like it's showing this. But I'm trying to see. Okay, so it's probably because of where I'm at. So let me go to my browser. That's probably what it is. Still showing that. Okay, so... see if I got anything here that will actually allow me to give me a second. Maybe the chat box. I don't know which one will allow me to. I don't think that's it. Is browser chat box. I probably should have had Dave on here to make sure I'm on the right thing. I don't see it. Or what if I go to this one? Would that allow it to? Let's see if I go here. Will it change it?
Today we're going to be covering this topic: how to fix stuck or pending transactions in.
Okay, so either way, I'm on the browser. Oh, wait, maybe it's this. Oh, that's why it's up here. Okay, well, okay. I'll change it up here then. Okay, so guys, bear with me real quick while I bring this up. And, this is all really beneath me, but the fact that he felt the need to try to take a shot here, I'm going to go ahead and address it. And not only for my community, because obviously the Crypto for Life community can see what's happening based on the video that I shared, but this I think is just very necessary. Again, it's beneath me in so many ways, but for him to take the little shots and say the things that he said, like I said, I'm a good guy. My history speaks for itself. Those who knows me know me. He took little shots about he's big and but he almost like questioning my integrity to some degree. So since he needed to do that, let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so let me just find where he started all his little rant.
Matter of fact, I actually started in the car on the phone. Started in the car. When I started my Telegram group.
I think it was before that.
Can't wait to look into that. Yeah, Future favors the brave. Tell him Queen. Future. 9 million. Okay, so there's Litecoin having news. I'm going to look into it a little bit more to see what's going on. Bozilla, Coinbase lowered the sole APY to invest in Cardano startup. Uses to deal with any Cardano startup. 10 million. And thanks to the Bullish family. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, this would not be possible.
Let's see here.
Would not be possible. So we got the Charles Hoskinson article right there, and crypto.com right there. So we got I guess really the only other thing I kind of wanted to cover is,
I think this is it.
I guess I would say something briefly about the Telegram news, the Telegram situation. So basically, guys, to make a long story short, and this is probably the most I'm actually ever going to go into it, because really I don't really want to bring this situation to the channel at all as far as streaming it, kind of like talked about in Telegram a little bit. But, I just want people to know, like, as far as, like, 68J, what's up, Jay? So far as Jay, who was, the original plan was he was going to co-host with me and all that. We're going to do shows together and all this other stuff. Well, I guess, that's no longer happening. So
now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to cover this as he's saying it, because I've always given CKJ the benefit. I've always been For 2 years, I supported this channel. It took me a little while to start supporting this channel because of some things that I had found out, some things that I had heard, and don't think I need to go there unless I need to go there regarding donations and all that kind of stuff and things that were posted online. But I said, and this is on my family as I live and breathe. My whole thing was, let me see for myself, because anytime I become a part of something, I want to make sure that I wasn't going to be part of some scammy situation. I wasn't going to be a part of something that was unethical. So when I got into the stream, I started Googling, trying to get all the information, CKJ, Bozilla, YouTubing, see if there's anything negative. I found some things that were concerning, but I said, let me go and move forward and find out for myself. As I got to know him, I decided to be a part of his stream. This is not a cheap shot. Just, take it. Like, here's the thing. There's a difference between ignorance and stupidity, right? If someone doesn't know something and someone's trying to tell you, that means I've been ignorant to a lot of things in my life. I just don't know. That means I'm ignorant to that fact. I was ignorant when people were telling me that even when I owned my cell phone stores, that Sprint and AT&T and those guys were going to merge, and I should have bought stocks, right? I didn't listen to that. Or when people came out and said, James, I think Amazon's going to be hot. This is way back. I've been in business for 20-something odd years. I had an opportunity to get involved in that. I was ignorant to the fact. I didn't know because I didn't believe in books. I didn't like reading a lot, right? Myself, I listened to a lot of audio. I didn't see the opportunity invested in Amazon early on. I could have done that. So I was ignorant to that fact. Stupidity is if I have an opportunity to go back. That would be like saying, okay, Bitcoin hit 100 grand and it's down to 3 grand and I don't make a move, but then it goes back to 1 million. That's just stupidity on my end because I should have known, right? Ignorance is I didn't know. Once I knew, I've got to make a decision. And I say that because if someone doesn't know something, don't be like a cult and be, well, we're all this way and all that way. And so we're only going to listen to what what's up, Iron Man? I'm glad you're listening, bro, because this is kind of my response to what CKJ said in this video. I'm gonna play it out a little bit more, but so Iron Man is funny because he's one of the original guys when I first started 2 years ago or so. And we've watched many people come in, groups of people come in. We just had this conversation the other day, Iron Man, I'm not trying to put you on blast, but we just had, it's about half a dozen of us that used to be from the original CKJ show. And there was a time where the Telegram was into the thousands. And that was shut down and started and shut down and started, and people came and gone, and huge groups left and that were here before. Me and Iron Man were one of them. And there's a lot of people who just doesn't tune in. They don't tune in anymore because of their situations or their personal feelings. And even though we've had these conversations, I stayed true to the cause. It was one of those things that because I wasn't one of those people that trying to speak or do this, I was retired from that. I was like, hey, it's a great place for me to tune in. He's got a cool personality. And you're right, men will be men. But there's a truth, and then there's accusations, and I don't like that. So I've got to. Otherwise, it's kind of like my guy Dave told me. He said you got to be bigger than that. But I got to respond. And when I got the recording sent to me from his group, I was going to overlook it, and then I said, no, let me respond to it. So I responded in our Telegram group, and then I saw that he kind of went and had some things that he wanted to say. On his live stream, so I got to respond to that. So as we went on, I started being more and more part of his show. I said it's more about his talent, more about his he's a very funny guy, knowledgeable as far as what he's doing. And even though during the time there's things I didn't like with consistency, with this and that, with just, I still stuck it out. And I was always a big giver and donator to the cause, never thinking about YouTube, never thinking about any of that stuff. And then it got to the point where we developed a little relationship, and then we started talking about co-hosts, and he had shared that he wanted to, I'm trying to read the comments as I go. He wanted to be as big as BitBoy. And I told him, I said, man, there's some things that you got the talent, you got the skill set, you got the talent, you got the personality, but you got to do some things, which is being consistent, not saying you're going to do one thing another day, doing something different, not showing up on certain days, saying you're going to be on that tune. We got to tune some things up. And if we do those things, then you can have success. And I'll be happy. I said, one thing about BitBoy, he has a whole team. He has a team of people. And so we talked about that and what that would be, take to do that. And then it came to the point where on days that he couldn't show up, maybe he was sick, maybe he just got burned out, maybe he had certain things. Again, I'm never going to tell a person's business, but maybe he had things that he had to do, or just reasons he didn't want to go on. And I said, if you reach out to me, I can cover. The way for me to cover, like BitBoy has people who have many channels. There's Stash, there's I can't think, Frankie Candles. There's a bunch of people. He's got like 5 or 6 guys that rotate in with him. They have their own channels. And what I love about BitBoy, and I'm starting to appreciate the guy more and more because he allows people to be their own person. He allows them to have their own Telegram, their own YouTube, but then together they work as one. So I told CK, why don't we do the same thing? I'll have my own YouTube channel, Crypto for Life. I've had that name forever. I actually bought the name on the blockchain like years ago because I had my own Telegram group when we were doing charting. I said, and what I'll do is we'll have one Telegram, one family, 2 channels, one Telegram. And the only reason my channel would exist is a substitute. Days that you're not around, days that you're sick, days that you just don't feel like coming on, whatever your reasons for, I can be there. Because I know a lot of times when people are looking forward to that message and you don't go on for 2 or 3 days, people start going off in other areas. It gets disappointing or what have you, or you say you're going to be on at 10 and it's always pushed around or whatever. So I was trying to help bring more consistency to CK. All my donations, all my giveaways that was going on for years. And I've been doing that my whole life. And so, I'll get into that a little bit more in a bit, but the thing that really bothered me is when you start saying that I had a hidden agenda or I did something I wasn't supposed to do. What happened is, and so everybody understands that he gets more into it, and I want to play this some more, is supposed to be a co-host situation to come in and fill in the gaps, to come on when he wasn't there. And then what happened is there was inconsistencies. Oh, you're going to be on at this time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then he would call me on a Wednesday. Or it would be, he wouldn't say anything, and then all of a sudden I would get a call, we're going on in 10 minutes, and I'm in the bed. Or I'm playing with my dogs, and you got 15 minutes, we're going on in 5. I'm sorry. And I got the text messages to show it. And it's just like, bro, like, don't you have better communication? Like, these are little things that just started eking me through the whole thing. No communication. There wasn't a lot of organization and things like that. A lot of talent, but he had to put it all together. So where things started going down, and IBF family showed me a lot of love. I appreciate and love all the members in there. They've been nothing but good. I can't say anything bad, even though in this stream I've seen some people, say some things, and it's okay, man. Look, I'm not here to be a part of a cult. I'm not here to be to tribalism. Look, I'm too big for that. I love my life. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my opportunity. And I'm going to explain that in full, and because a lot of people can't see the Telegram, the video that I posted on Telegram, so I'm going to do it live. So one of the first issues that we had was just the dependability. Couldn't have any kind of consistent situation or schedule. And then it got to the point where a situation had happened. I think obviously he starts seeing people showing a lot of love in the group. People were saying, hey, 68J is a great addition. 68J is this and that. And you would see little things. And then even my wife and other people were like, yo, Jay, it seems like, even old members would reach out and say, yo, I watched the show because you said you were on it. And it seems like the brother was kind of hating on you a little bit. Your mic would get distorted, or he's moving stuff around and he puts stuff over your face. And it's like, I didn't see it. I was like, man, it's all good. He's just trying to get everything worked out. And then what happened is I shared with everybody on the IBF group that I had been scammed by Crypto.com. Not Crypto.com, but one of their sellers. And this is about a month ago, whatever it was. And I got really heavily in buying NFTs. I think I got up to like 2,055, and I can even show that 2,055 NFTs just on that platform. I have them on OpenSea, Crypto, DeFi. I'm a big investor, guys. Look, I'm not some small potato guy, and I don't say that to be facetious or anything, but it's just the fact that I do things big. I've done things big my whole life, and I was trying to do things big for CK. I really genuinely wanted to help the brother win. But then jealousy kicks in, intimidation. Maybe he started making comments like, oh, you're bigger than me. You can't be Robin. And I'm just like, what? And so when the whole thing went down with Crypto for Life, it showed me a lot. It was a lot of little things, but it led up to this moment where I got scammed. I brought it up on his show. And then they were doing an investigation. I started working with Block Owls, which was one of the companies that was dealing with it. They were emailing Crypto.com. They sent me a copy of the email between them and Crypto.com, which Crypto.com says, once we look at everything and that person makes themselves, they reveal themselves to us, which is me, and we look into it more, then we could talk about refunds if that's possible. So Block Owls, the company, sent me the email. I forwarded everything and sent everything over to Crypto.com. Said, look, I got scammed. They said, help us figure out what's going on. I took snapshots of the people who were selling these fraudulent NFTs. I didn't know they were fraudulent. I was on Twitter saying how much I love Crow and love this and putting Crow and hashtag Crow. And what happened is one of the people who are part of that community saw that I had all those owls. They said, "Oh my gosh, congratulations!" And they were like, "You got all the greatest owls. You got everything." And I was buying everything that came out. I spent about between 10 and 12 grand on Crypto.com. And they said, "But that's not offered on Crypto.com. It's offered on Cardano." I said, "Well, is it possible it's offered on both?" They said, "No, that's a Cardano ADA only project on the Cardano network." And I'm like, "What?" So I got sick to myself. I said, "Oh my God, is it possible I got scammed?" So they said, "You need to contact Blockout." So that's when all that happened. I got the email and I contact Crypto.com. So Crypto.com had me work with them, send screenshots of the people that were scamming me. And then they came back some days later and said, "Oh, we found out that their verification badges, which is above their name, like when you're verified, were photoshopped." And so that's what gave me the confidence that they were legit, but come to find out they were photoshopped. And when they were photoshopped, it made me trust them. I was buying these owls. So they said, "We found one, we're going to keep investigating." So they found one, they found two, they found three, and they started shutting down the fact that they were selling those owls and those different NFTs. And so when they did that, they said, "I'm thinking I'm going to get a refund," like they told Block Owls, was my initial thought. And then they said, "We're not going to be able to refund you. Based off of this and that." And I'm like, "Look, how would I have known this and that?" I said, "Yeah, I think you guys need to go dig further because I'm a big time investor. I hold a lot of Crow guys, 500,000 to be exact." And I said, "I'm a big investor, and and at the time I was keeping a lot of fiat on their platform. I'm sorry, a lot of fiat on their stablecoin on their platform." And so I said, "Look, I hope that you guys would consider looking into this more because, if not, I have to look into what my options are." So they said, "Okay, we'll look at it some more." So then they went on. This went on for like 3 weeks or so, almost another month passed, and so then obviously Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, and the whole fiasco crashed. And then after that crash, some days, like a day went by, 2 days, and then all of a sudden there was this thing. Crypto.com sends 320,000 ETH or 370,000, whatever it was. It was like $400 million to the wrong exchange, which was Gate.io. And right after doing that, they assured everybody it was a mess up. They had control of the wallet and they were able to retrieve the funds. But when it first came out, like everything that I post, we're in the news business. We're in the sharing the news business. So what I did, much love to you too, Queen, and all the Crypto for Life and IBF family, because I got nothing against the people in the family, just CKJ. So they said, so they wouldn't give me the refund. And so when all that stuff happened with Sam Bankman-Fried, and then I posted that about Crypto.com sending the money to the wrong address because everyone thought, hey, this could be happening with other platforms. And then when they fixed it, I messaged that out as well. Hey, they fixed it. And then there was something where I guess CKJ had sent out a tweet about Crypto.com and something positive about Crypto.com. And I said, look, I love Crow, much love the Crow, but I'm a little pissed off at Crypto.com right now because my $10,000 loss, they won't refund me. But I hope I don't go BitBoy on them like BitBoy did with FTX. I said, but other than that, I put LOL, I support Crow. So it was me venting. And the reason that I vented is that I had literally that morning, I think, I got a message from Crow saying the final decision, they're not going to give my money back. So I was already pissed, and I saw the message, and I made a little comment, and I kind of joked about it. And then after that, I got a phone call from CKJ telling me, so what actually happened is, I want to get this right. I want to say, it was a phone call basically chastising me like I was some child that I couldn't be upset about losing my $10,000. And I told him, I said, and I'd already we brought it up on the show before, but I guess at this point where I made that comment, he got pissed off. And he goes, we got people who like Kronos, we got people who like, Boom Squad, and by you saying that, it's gonna show that, I'm a big supporter for Crow, so it's gonna make me seem like I got somebody co-hosting that doesn't like him. I said, CK, I never said I didn't like Crow. Matter of fact, if you look at the message, I said, I love Crow, but I'm pissed. And I said, CK, as a person who's part of the family, you know what I was looking for, bro? Not you calling me, going off about my message, which it was in a very chastising way. I said, but I would think you would support your brother, meaning that it's supposed to be me, you, and the IBF family against the world. Not you don't take Crypto.com side or say I can't be upset. Give a brother a hug and tell me it's going to be all right, and then let me move on. But instead, you reprimanded me saying, well, you can't say that. You're going to offend people. Offend people, bro. I just lost $10,000 to $12,000. I vented in a text, and start laughing, joking like, hey, I love Pro, but don't have me go BitBoy, and then you come at me sideways. So because I did that, the next stream I was supposed to go on, he didn't have me on. So Monday I was sitting by the computer ready, he didn't have me on. And then Tuesday, I think it was like Tuesday, he didn't have me on. So then he says, I'll reach out to you later. So when he reached out to me that day, he had told me why he did it. And then I said, you know what? If that's the way it is, then let me, I thought to myself, look, I'll apologize. He goes, no, it's best if you don't say that. Don't take it down. You've already put it up. Don't take it down. You already said it. And it wasn't even bad. That's the funny thing. So I said, okay. So the next morning he said, we'll go live tomorrow and we'll just squash it. Okay. So I sit in front of the computer. I was waiting to go live, and something told me to create a video. So I created a video on my cell phone. Okay. And it was, and I got the video to this day. I'll post it in my Crypto for Life group. And it says, hey guys, this is your boy 68J. Just shout outs to the IBF if I offended anybody. And I'm downplaying my emotions because I'm trying to make sure I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Hey guys, if I hurt anybody's feeling about I love crypto.com. I got a bunch. I start talking about what I have and how much I love them. But I got irritated because I lost money, and all I want to do is vent. But obviously I hurt somebody's feelings, and I apologize if I did that. Crypto all the way. Love crypto.com. So I posted that in the group. I was actually filming it or video recording it, and then I was waiting to go on, and I was going to cut it short once he contacted me. Instead of contacting me, he went live again and left me out of it. So I said, okay, whatever. He must be upset still. So I posted it in the IBF Telegram group, and then I sent a super chat. Super chat. You can tell I'm frustrated. I'm stuttering here. I sent a super chat out to the IBF family, to his stream saying, hey guys, I posted a crypto.com video in the group. Read it. It's just me explaining my situation. Much love, crypto.com all the way. Go crypto.com. I was being super positive, and I let it be known in a super chat. So when his stream was over, which I was giving a bunch of super chats like I always do and donating whatever, I'm a giver. And then when I got out, I looked into the Telegram just to see if there was any positive responses, and he deleted the video. So my comment was, hey guys, someone deleted my video, and no one responded. Like cold shoulders, nobody responds. Okay, well, hey, maybe CKJ did. And so then I got a message from him, hey, we'll talk later, some concerns or something. So we wound up talking, and again, he told me why he took the video out. You don't need to explain yourself. And he was kind of over talking me, and I was trying to get my point. And at that point, I felt that small. I'm like, out of all the things that I've ever accomplished in my life, I've been on some of the biggest stages. I have people wait in line. John and Amaka can tell you. All these people can tell you, who've been to these events that I've spoken at, and wait in line to hear me, just to shake my hand and talk. Some people, my wife, even when we were, I don't know if my wife remember this, we were in at an event, and there was a bunch of people from Canada, like 30 people, and they all got to meet me, and they said, Mr. McFadden, and at that point I was an award winner in magazine. They said, Mr. McFadden, can you just say a couple words? And I started talking. You can ask my wife if she's in the stream. I don't know if she's in there or not. They started breaking down crying just because of my mindset of what I've been teaching and what I've been representing. And it was so humbling. And then I think back to my life as a speaker and my life it says, isn't KJ the guy who scam? That was part of the article. Yeah, and I didn't want to bring none of that stuff up, guys, but there's all kinds of little stuff that we saw, and I didn't know what was right or what was. And again, I'm not here to bash the guy, but there was some stuff that was said in regards to that, and donations being given that he was doing this and he was doing that. Yeah, all the same thing. The Ticketman. I don't know who that is, but that's the stuff that I saw. So Ticketman, I don't even know who that is, and he's verifying the stuff that I saw that was a concern before I joined. And I saw these scams and keeping donations and all, and I was like, hey, it's okay, whatever. I'm not going to let that bother me, whatever. It is what it is. I wanted to get to know the guy myself, and as I got to know him, I saw that, yeah, he might have been late with things, this and that, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been all love and no. Yeah, I agree, honey, but it is what it is, and he took it there. It went from a response on his group, and he should have left it in his private group, but then he went on the stream, and like I said, when you poke the bear, I got to come back at you. Now, there's some things I'm not going to say that I do know, and I'm not going to say those things, but I was kind of going around it, and Ticketman made the comedy made, so it is what it is. If he wants to take this further, then I can definitely have the Brooklyn conversation with him, and I don't know if he wants that, because there's a lot more concerns and things that I know people. I mean, there's a ton of people who are not part of that channel that we talk, and even through all that negativity, I shined it on. I said, oh, get my boy, even my boy. When me and Ant was talking about it, he's like, hey Jay, just take the higher road. People who would say, he's hating on you, da-da-da-da, it's all good. But I'm going to say what I got to say because he mentioned me in his stream here. And so he reprimanded me on that whole thing with crypto.com. So I said, okay, whatever, I'm going to leave that alone. So then I tried to we let it all go. We were supposed to be moving forward. And he was promoting my stream. Hey, go see Crypto for Life, because the intentions was always, and I want to make sure everybody understands. My wife knows me. I'm half the man I am is because my wife keeps me accountable to being that man. I was that person before. She made me better. And so I'm not going to sit here and lie or anything like that. I'm always going to give it 100. She's been around the world. She's seen what I've done. She's been in the orphanages, painting, helping children, helping the homeless, Ronald McDonald, YMCA for kids. Look, bro, you can say what you want to say, but I'm validated, okay? I'm validated in the utmost way. That's why I'm bringing these people on, because not only do they validate what I say, success leaves clues, right? Success leaves clues. And if you see a bunch of amazing people in Forbes and whatever else and whatever, and that's who I'm hanging, those are my best friends, and then, you got someone saying something against me, it is what it is, right? So I'm going to leave it alone, because sometimes, and I'll say this to you, CK, sometimes where you're at is a direct reflection of who you are. Remember that, right? I've seen people come in your group and leave. I got people who've just a lot of stuff. And like I said, if I got to go there, I'll go there. I'm going to just leave that alone. But the point I'm making is the last straw that broke the camel's back is when we were on his live streams. I told him I'd be a substitute channel. I meant that with every ounce of my being, because I wanted to make sure I'm around my wife. I wanted to make sure I'm enjoying my early retirement, if you will. At 51 years old, I didn't want to be on every single day. I didn't have to. But I said, if I'm going to do that, I started thinking of it differently, because first I was thinking just me. I need to be on. It's going to take all my time. And then I started realizing teamwork makes the dream work. And I can do that through some amazing people, which I have with me, right? But what broke the camel's back is he was advertising, and the intentions were I said one family. I don't want to have a Telegram. One family, IBF all the way, right? And I just be another channel that works around your hours and substitute when you're not available. But the more he kept keeping me off, like reprimanding me like I was a child, like, no, don't say that, and you can't go on the show. I was like, wait a minute, I am crypto, right? And I've had a lot of success, and I always told CKJ, I'm gonna pump you up so that your group loves you, so that they feel maybe you created a millionaire. CKJ didn't create me. I didn't make 100,000 off of none of his calls, but I always told him I would promote that. I promote that you're the greatest ever, because at the end of the day, I want you to have that type of recognition, because the more people think you're amazing. Now he has some great calls. Telcoin was great. He said Matic and all some other things. A lot of the calls, and Anthony, we even talked about this, a lot of the calls in this group, me and D talked about it, me and Mike talked about it, and me and some of the old school people back in the day talked about it. A lot of times, CKJ, you were late to the show, brother. You were late to the show. While you were still trying to figure out, you said, oh, nodes are this and nodes are that. Okay, that's great. But at one point, we were doing $800,000 a month, brother, by the time you figured that out. Okay, we'd already make millions by the time you were figuring coins out. So let's keep it 100. All right, you called us some good calls, and I gave you a lot of attention. I gave you a lot of praise, because I wanted to do that from my heart. My whole life had been raising people up. But by no means were you're the reason for my success. I let you have that honor. I tried to praise you and uplift you, because I wanted you to be the man. I've been the man. I'm in the latter part of my years that I'm trying to enjoy my wife. I've raised my children. They're all very successful. Success to me is my wife and children. It's not just the money I have. It's not trying to get a bunch of hype. It's not trying to say things that's not what it is. But I try to give you all the attention, because I didn't need it. I didn't need to say, oh, I did it on my own. Hey, let CKJ called out 100K. He the man. And that's the way I play. He's a man. He's a man. He's a man. And then you play yourself in a position where, okay, I'm going to tell it like it is, right? I'm going to tell it like it is. So, and there's a lot of millionaires that were millionaires that came to the group and they left the group. There's people who've made a bunch of money and they just didn't see any challenges as far as their mindset, and they left the group. Like, we can go on and on, and there's a whole lot more, and I can start bringing up more details, but I'm not going to do that unless he wants to go there. It's a warning. You want to keep running your mouth, brother, we can run your mouth, and I'll go all the way hard. I'll go Brooklyn. I'll forget about the dad and the husband and the motivational speaker. I'll go hard, because there's a lot of things that you've done that I've overlooked. A lot of things that push people away, that ran people off, that they started other groups. They become way bigger than you because they said you were slow. By the time you were trying to figure stuff out, people had already made a fortune. And then you call 100K calls that belong to other people. So I can go hard, and I'm trying not to, but you shouldn't have said what you said in this video. So I'm going to tell it like it is. At the end of the day, my intentions were always pure, because I didn't want the attention. But then what happened is, the last straw is I posted, we were going live with Antoine Tanner. And then when I posted in the group, you got pissed off and you blocked me from the group. I didn't know you did that. I woke up the next morning, you said, we need to talk, and you banned me from the group, which I didn't understand, because it's supposed to be one family, right? 2 channels, one family. And I had told you, just like how many people, here's how you can tell the truth. How many people in this chat, how many people in CKJ's group that might watch this have seen me say, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. I would say it almost every single channel, and he would ignore it. How many people, I mean, think about how many people saw me say, I want to do a giveaway. Let's give away a bunch of stuff. Let's give away. And I would do that, and he would ignore me. Why? Don't try to act like you're all, well, because I just don't think, no, but it's because of jealousy. And that's exactly what my wife said. It's exactly what my boy Anthony said, Mike said, Deshaun said. I can go on, man, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them, a lot of quality, amazing people that left that group. And I stuck in there and I hung in there because it wasn't about the shine. And I don't care what they said. I had love for CKJ because that personality was funny. It was hilarious. It was like watching a comedian. If Chris Tucker had a damn show, I'd watch that too. And that's literally what it was for me, right? So I said, if you want to be BitBoy, let's add some value. The value is doing things the right way, integrity, accountability, being on time. And here's the funny thing. Anybody in the IBF family and watch CKJ, when did his game step up? His game stepped up the day I stepped to the deal because I told him what he needed to do. Now there's pod channels and this, that, and everything else, and he's coming on 2, 3. But before that, there was big gaps and big misses and everything else, and he wasn't taking things serious, which is why you're where you're at. You always talk about BitBoy and where he's at, and BitBoy, and then I'm gonna do this and that. Well, you're never gonna be a big boy. You're never gonna be a BitBoy as long as you keep doing the things you're doing, because you ran off so many thousands of people because of your personality. You just ran off a guy who's made millions in the business, a guy who's brought in, I got celebrities, actors, guys in Fortune magazine. Look at your Johns, your Amicas, you're mad. You think they're lying? You think I paid them? No, these are genuine people. Google my name, go on my Facebook. You think I paid YMCA to go talk to those kids, or the Ronald McDonald House, or we were out in Africa helping kids, and you think that's the things we were doing? No, brother. You think I was recognized? I frauded my way to success? No, brother. I did that based off my character. And the problem is that you've gotten away with being who you are for so long. And then what happens is these little groups come in and they think you're amazing. These little groups, and they come and go and they come and go. So you got a group right now, and I tried to promote you in front of that group that you were the man. I tried to tell them things that you really didn't do, in the sense that you can say, oh, well, you would know. I wasn't being, I want to give you credit. I want to give you credit because that would help you get to that level. And you are funny, and you do good deep dives. I'm not trying to crap on you, but you should never poke a bear, especially a credible bear. A credible bear. You're not on my level, CKJ. You never was. You never have been. And I was willing to let all that go. I'm irritated right now because you're challenging my character when you say he was going to come on as a co-host, and I guess he had other intentions. No, bro, you pushed me away. You yelled at me on the phone twice, like I was a little boy. You yelled at me twice on the phone and at the highest of your voice, and then hung up on me. Love you, brother, and hung up. Love me? How can you love me and you just went off on me? I got the messages, bro. So it's like, and then you sent me this stuff. I love you. I was just on one, and then I apologize. And I mean, come on, bro. No, it don't work that way. You're talking to someone who's done great things in my life, and then you want to come talk to me about that. So when I posted that in this group, and he banned me from the group, that was the end of that, right? And even before that, I knew. I said, okay, you know what? It's not. And then out of respect, when I saw it all coming, he said, I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to come on the same time, bro. I haven't came on the same time as you yet. And from day one, I've been yelling IBF. From day one, I said I would work around you. I've done nothing, dude. Even before I started this YouTube, I didn't want to do YouTube. How many people out there, my wife could tell you, I didn't want to do YouTube. I spent my life on the biggest stages of the world. Why would I need to do YouTube, bro? I've gotten every award I could think of. I've accomplished everything I want. I can walk away from crypto right now and be good, but where I'm set to be right now is life-changing, and I'm going to help a lot of people do that. Then you say I'm buying people. So for 2 years on your channel, giving away to you and to the family, even before this family, I was giving away to families that are no longer here. That's buying people? No, bro, that's just called compassion. See, success, a habit. It's called habits. I have a habit of helping people. I have a habit of giving back, bro, and you just don't know that, and that's okay. It's like a lot of my friends call me up who watch the show, and they would come on because, hey guys, watch me. They said, we don't even watch them no more. I said, just watch. I'm gonna be on there. It's gonna change. It's gonna be better. And they said, James, you're a totally different dude, man. You're on a different level. You're the quality of who you are. You're playing yourself down. Now I'm not trying to take CKJ's people. I'm not trying to FUD on CKJ or make him feel this and that. But I'm gonna tell it like it is. And if he has something else to say, I'm gonna really throw the facts out there. And I was trying to let the stuff go. But it kind of pisses me off that you would challenge my character. You had a stud next to you. Regardless of what I've done, it doesn't matter. It's like having an old school Michael Jordan. I'm not Jordan no more. I have my day as Jordan. I'm good. Now I just want to support you and help you. That's all it was. But then you had to go take it somewhere different, bro. You had to go ban me, yell at me. That other day when you yelled at me and you're going off at the top of your head, and I'm like, and then it made me start yelling back. I got a thought, said, dang it, he took me out of my character. You took me, and so it started making me realize all the things that these guys are saying, all the things that these people who are now got major mega channels and major mega, what is it? What's that one thing? What is this right here? What is it right here on the bottom? The chat, what is it called? Not Telegram, but the other one. I didn't use it very much. Where's it at here? It's called, I can't even think of it right now, but the other chat besides Telegram. And everyone's got these big chat channels and everything else. It's just crazy, bro. So they've moved on. They've become bigger and better. And it's like, you came to me and say, I want to be big boy. What do I need to do? And I told you, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do, CK. And even in that last long book that I have, I can post that too. I can post all the messages if that's what you want to do. In that big long post, I told you, I said, look, this is what you got to do. Consistency. You got to have, goals. You have to be on time. You have to be integrity, bro, all these things. And we can get you there. I'm not part of CKJ, not because I did something wrong, because he pushed me away. He let his jealousy, he let the fact that, what does this deal here say? You got too big for me. The recording in his group say, oh, James is just too big. When you say stuff like that, it's kind of like you're telling on yourself. You all these things happen because you felt intimidated by me, and I never tried to make you feel it. I always let you know I'll follow your lead, bro. But you motivated me at that point to say, okay, you're going to chastise me like a child. You're going to talk to me like a child. You're going to do this. A lot of things the IBF family doesn't even know, that the way you came at me sideways, bro. You know what I'm talking about. And I let it go. Because I was trying to say, hey, it is what it is. It motivated me to say, okay, I'm going to do, and I told my wife, babe, I'm going to go and do my own thing now. And not only do it, but involve everybody with it. Every dollar, everything we make. Dude, I was asking my wife, bro, they would fly us to Canada. People would give me a $120,000 bonus just to go speak for their company for a year. Are you serious right now? Just to talk to me is $5,000. A company gave me $30,000 to go visit their company and come back home and think about it. And I'm sitting here trying to argue with you, bro. You're not worth it. You're not worth it in so many ways. So I'm not going to belittle myself. I had to say what I had to say. And if I need to do this again and then do some due diligence of the people and why they left, I'll do that. If you want me to burn you, I'll burn you. Otherwise, do your channel. God bless you. I wish you the best. You stepped your game up. Obviously, I motivated you, but you shouldn't have hated on me. You should have appreciated who I was. You didn't have to come at me sideways. I'm pissed off right now because whenever you down talk my name, when I built my credibility up for 20-something, 30-some odd years, and you shoot that down by saying, oh, he wasn't going to do this. And matter of fact, let's listen to some more because it might make me think of some other things.
So shout out to 68J, who's doing this thing. He's going his way, doing his channel, and I wish him the best on the journey. No, you don't. Bullshit. And I'll be staying in my lane, tunnel vision in my lane, and I'm going to stay in my lane on my journey.
CKJ is a dirty fighter, is what you are.
It just didn't work out. It didn't work out. Sometimes things don't work out, and that's how life is sometimes. And sometimes you have certain things you got planned, and then it goes the opposite way. But it kind of sucks a little bit because it does put like the bull. I mean, it doesn't really put the Bulls family in a tight position.
It doesn't, because people don't own people. CK, people don't own people. That's what you got to understand. People don't own people. Everybody out there is representing their family. Everybody out there is. I see Crypto Trooper said Instagram. I don't understand what that means. Instagram. Maybe you can. What's Crypto Trooper said Instagram? I don't know. That's the only thing I see them say is Instagram. What does Instagram mean? Maybe you can elaborate on that, Crypto Trooper 22 Instagram. But I'm in this to help people. I literally, it's so funny, when I was watching your video before I started this, before I got pissed off, I was literally building look at this. This is the difference between me and you and all that madness. Look what I was doing, right? Look what I was doing. This kind of person I am. I told everybody in the Crypto for Life group, everything we make, I'm doing movies. I've been working, my wife can tell you, we've been working with movie directors. I've donated money to movies. I've got Antoine Tanner wanting me to do movies with Samuel and all these things that he's been asking for. We're talking about celebrity games, and everything that we do will be shared with the family. Mods will get paid based off what my channel does, not just hodl the money and do the things. I mean, bro, I can go on. What does that say right there? I'm waiting to transfer. Anybody can see what that says right there? What does that say? Can anybody see that? That's a Crypto for Life family wallet that I just, in my other wallet, put money in to build that wallet for the family. Right here. Let's see if it came through yet. Let's see. Yep, it did go through. So I just transferred $400 some dollars, and I'm gonna put part of that in this part plus do some giveaways, and that's for the family. That's the IBF. That's this Crypto for Life family wallet in which we're gonna do me, Dave, and I'm gonna pick somebody random. It might be Crypto Trooper. It might be CKez. Trying to figure out what the other social media you were trying to tell us about. Oh, okay, gotcha. And so I'm gonna pick different people to help manage that wallet. And that wallet is going to grow. We're going to invest in assets. I want to create a multi-million-dollar Crypto for Life family wallet that a percentage of that goes to Crypto for Life family mods and admin. A percentage of that will be in giveaways, and a percentage of that, which me and my wife have been talking about forever, will be to donate to charities, to homeless, to building communities, to Marjorie, whatever it is that we need to do. And that's who I am. That's what my story on Instagram and Telegram and everything else represents is that. Oh, you were asking what my Telegram is. That what you're saying? Trying to figure out. Okay, so yeah, well, take a man say he created more. He pissed me off, bro, because my demeanor is so amazing. If you go to my Telegram, you look at my YouTube, you look at my history, you Google who I am, there's nothing negative about me. You don't got to hear I'm scam people or I took money from children. No, bro, you hear great things. Those people that came on, my sister Amica who got emotional about what we've done today, then me and my wife, me and her, and the things that we've done. John talking about some of the biggest stages, getting carried up in front of 15,000 people, in front of everybody. Success Magazine, Business Insider, all the things that I've accomplished. It's not for being a scammer, bro. It's for being a giver. My mother taught me that. Right? But what pisses me off is when you come on and you try to destroy my name saying that I was going to be a co-host and I decided not to. I didn't decide not to. You pushed me that way. Your personality, the things you were doing, chastised me as a man. I'm 51 years old. I'm old enough to be your big brother, right? I've accomplished things that you haven't accomplished yet in life. And instead of you embracing that, saying, this guy can help me, you crapped on me. That's literally, you belittled me. And there's times I got on your show where you said things sideways and just one thing after another until it got to the point where I couldn't handle it. If you didn't want me to post in a Telegram group, in your Telegram, which I thought was our Telegram, like I was part of that family, then why shot me out on your YouTube? Why shot me out in a Telegram to say go watch? And as soon as I post something, it was just one reason for you to get rid of me and then down talk me. So yeah, so we're definitely, it sucks that things happen the way it did, Tails, and I feel bad. My goal is to create millionaires. My goal is to create this Crypto for Life wallet. My goal is to make sure every dollar that gets earned on this channel, everyone gets paid for it. Not me just hodl myself. And these aren't things against him, but I believe in uplifting and sharing, giving nuggets. And even those who are in this group, Anthony, Mike Griff, Deshaun, all those guys, they saw my wallets back when it was in the millions, tens of millions. So I got no reason to lie. CKJ saw my wallet. So don't say I'm something I'm not, brother. But to sit there and spit on me and to say things that are not, because you're talking about a man, one, you're talking about my wife's husband, and you're talking about my children's father. Don't ever disrespect me. And if you continue to do that, I'll go reach out to Wolf and all those other guys that left because they called you a scammer and they said you were full of crap. And I never, there's a lot of stuff I can say, but I'm gonna leave it alone. There's a lot of stuff I can say, but I'm gonna leave it alone. We've had some conversations about things you've done, and I'm gonna leave it alone. So let's finish off.
Like, I don't want nobody to feel that they don't have to. They can go support him. He's doing giveaways and stuff. Of course, I want to see the Bulls family win some money, and I'm not gonna be mad at somebody if they support another channel. It's common to watch this.
You shouldn't get mad when people support channels. I've told people from day one, go look at BitBoy. Go look at Lark Davis, who's amazing. Go look at Crypto Savvy. Go look at Chico Crypto. These are amazing people, guys. Amazing people. Go watch these guys and see what's going on. There's guys that I watch, whether some people think they're good enough, like Da Vinci 15. He was into Bitcoin when it was $1, telling his family to buy it as $1. I looked at, I look at stuff that he says and stuff that the moon says and all these different things. So this is not a cult. This is not tribalism. The only thing that I dedicate myself to is the thing I've been doing for 25 plus years, and that's helping people. I'm going to use my platform to uplift people, to change people's lives. CKez life, Queen life, Crypto Tells life. So Crypto Tells don't even know this. Me and my wife, Jeanette, my wife in the studio, we owned a record label. I was meeting with Quality Control. Quality Control. That's who I was in their offices. We went on tour with our artists. Marcus Anthony, Jamie Foxx's group, I was his artist. I was his manager. Duquesne, I can go on and on and on and on. We own our own record label in California. These are just one of many things that we've done. So I would love to collaborate and do things that help Crypto Tells us fire. But I'm not just going to, again, I'm not saying this to have people pick. It's just when you have someone that has so much talent, right? And I say this, I ask God to humble me as I say this, but I've done acting. I've been in acting classes. I got great friends that are celebrities. I got all these things that can, because there's somebody in our group that has a talent and all they need is a link. All they need is a connection. It's not about me being the big, dude, I'm 51. Look, I'm not saying I'm old, but I live my life. The only thing that motivates me now is my purpose. I got a daughter who's a nurse, a daughter who's a physical therapist, a son who builds video games, another daughter who's going to be a chiropractor, a son who's an investor. I mean, bro, I got nothing. My greatest goals and accomplishments, I've accomplished them. God has blessed me with the greatest family on earth and the greatest wife I could ever hope for, and the greatest relationships. You just heard Magic talking about his deals with Polygon and with Floyd Mayweather, things that I'm involved with him. So how can I be something you're saying I am? I could shut YouTube down today and never do it again. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But you know what I did? I developed relationships. And once I start telling people something I'm going to do, I got to follow through with that. Right? I got to follow. And kudos, like I said, kudos to CKJ. He's great at the deep dives. He's great at what he's got a funny personality. I will never down him for that. But brother, integrity, dependability, truthfulness, you got some things to work on, brother. And I was willing to coach you. We have a group right now, me and John Singh, who was yesterday. And that group, let me ask you a question. How does a judge, how does lawyers and government officials, how does NBA players and NFL players, how are they in my private group being mentored by me? But I'm something that you're saying that I am instead of what I am. You think those people be following you? You think you can show them, some of them, how to become millionaires? God forgive me. I don't want to get mad, but you don't poke the bear, brother. You don't poke the bear. Listen, hear what else he has to say.
Watch that channel, so it's no big deal at all. I just didn't want really the narrative to keep spinning that, we're on the same path. Because we're not. We're not on the same path no more.
We're not on the same path because, brother, it's not about, your whole thing is how much money you can make, how much this, and the cars. And my whole thing is giving back and watching other people's grow. I'm not here to tell people to choose sides. That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm not asking you guys to choose sides. What I'm saying is, I was willing to dumb, like my boy Anthony said, I was willing to dumb myself down and be in a position to help him win just because I liked his style, right? The whole little funny, and it was funny, and then I made friends. And then there's great people like CKaz and Queen and Crypto Tales and all these. I'm not asking anybody to choose sides. Here's the thing. You shouldn't have to choose sides. When I get off of this, I'm going to go watch somebody else's channel. I'm going to go support another influencer. I got at least a dozen of them that I love to death, and I watch them all. My wife sits back and watches it with me. It's not about tribalism. It's not about cults. It's about learning and being the best you can be. And hopefully out of those people that you watch, somebody cares enough about you and your family to help you guys win. And that's what it's about.
And that's pretty much what I got to say about that.
No, you got more to say.
Shout out to Mark Smart, my legendary brother, man. That's amazing, bro. Thank you big time. Whoa. Gifted 5 Bullzilla 123 memberships. Holy moly. Mark Smart gifted some model.
You don't got to choose sides. I don't want anybody to choose
Mark
sides.
Smart, you're a legend, bro. Thank you, big. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Bullzilla will shout you out. He'll show you. People always come through me and start here. I guess it's a concept that, Bullzilla will shout you out. He'll show you major love. He'll get you going.
And here's the thing. He said, like, people go through him. Bro, there's nothing that you've done that has affected my life in any kind of way. My bags have been bags, and I can show my portfolio. I've showed my wallets to plenty of people, and I don't think I need to do that on this live stream. But I'm establishing who I am. Me and my wife have been traveling the world for a few years now. Well, for a long time, but just been financially free, kind of Hawaii here, and just doing things. And it is what it is, man. You didn't do anything for me. I didn't come to your channel to get YouTube. I'd rather start with one person. The whole thing was to work with you until I start seeing sides of you that I did not like. And that's it. Like I said, talented-wise, you're talented, you're funny, and I hope everything goes well for you.
He'll get you going. And, I mean, that's kind of like what it kind of like boils down to a lot of the time is, it's I want to see everybody do well. I think crypto is plenty of space, plenty of people, plenty of content creators out there. But, one thing I can say, I did bumper and grind. I wish I had it that easy where some...
See, again, this is a shot of, like, me taking a shortcut. You're talking about YouTube. I've already won on a certain level in life. You're not even on my level of where I won. You probably have no, haven't achieved any of the things, and you're talking about like I went through you to achieve success. YouTube to me is not success. YouTube is a platform to share how you feel, and in my way of looking at it, to bless other people with your knowledge.
Somebody would have said, "Oh, go check out Bullzilla's channel." Nobody did that for me the whole time. I bump and grind from day one solo. Matter of fact, I actually started in the car on the phone. Started in the car. When I started my Telegram group, I had to ask people to join my group. Oh,
I know that, CKS, but you know, it's more than that. When you put my name out there, I have nothing to prove. But when you attack a man who's a husband, who's a father, and who's built the career that I've built with the type of people that I've built, and now they're in my group, and they can see these people here, celebrities, multimillionaires, and they can see that, I'm gonna defend myself.
can you join my group? Can you join my group? You have one person, two people, three people. You had to work for that. You had to bump and grind for that kind of stuff. You know, some people just take the shortcut. So
he said take a shortcut, and I see where here Nicole Harris says always have a guest. Period. It's easier to have a co-host. You know, and here's the thing. Nothing against great comment, Nicole Harris, but I think at the end of the day, for me, it sounded good. I was down with it, and it's not about a co-host because you can have some really good people. I plan on having co-hosts. I want people to use this platform to get themselves where they want to go. If you want to be a speaker, come on board. If you want your own channel, come on board. If you got something amazing to talk about, please come over here and talk about it. This is about all of us winning together, because at the end of the day, when we go into this next bull run, I want to look around and see a bunch of millionaires in our group, not talk about this or talk about that or be undependable or whatever the case may be. It is what it is.
But the thing is, you know, and I just don't want it to be like a back and forth thing, you know. Of course, when the history books are all said and written, you know, Bullzilla helped out a lot of people. That's all I can say. And matter of fact, that's why I still wish the best.
Never said you didn't help a lot of people. You have helped a lot of people.
For Jay also, because he actually done a lot for me and my channel.
I have.
So that's why.
And he should have left it at that instead of kept on running his mouth.
For all the ups and downs or whatever happened, I'm still like, yeah, I wish him the best, because, you know, he did look out for me big time over the years. So
sometimes when a person gives you a compliment and you hear that from you guys hearing that, and then someone yells and chastises you, you're saying one thing. It's like, I'm not going to go into this, but I had a family member that here, they looked amazing. She was the sweet people. Oh, she's the sweet, prettiest lady in the world, sweetheart. But if you got to know her, my God, it's like staring the devil in his face.
Thank you big time, bro. And, I mean, that's what I know. Nicole Harris in the building with the super chat. Nicole, thank you big time. I appreciate that. Always have guests. Always have guests. Period. It's easier to have a co-host, but your blueprint has been winning. Tunnel vision. For your information, my Kadena minor is...
And that's one of the things that a lot of us in our little private group that used to be, some guys that used to be a part of the group, we always still talk about today, because we have our own little group of guys that we talk. And some of these guys don't even want to be a part of his channel anymore, but they know that I am, and they support me, so they'll come and look at it. And they say, you know, James, is like, CKJ has things that he does great, but I just couldn't connect to him knowing the things that I know. And so for anybody that's connected to him, whatever your reason is, stay with him. He's got a lot of great information. He does a lot of great research, a lot of deep dives. I'm not saying that. I don't want people to leave in his group. I think he'll grow over time. If his commitment, if the things that I text him, commitment, stand on point, I try to give him a little snippet from someone who helps people around the world build businesses, from someone who would go to countries and meet with millionaires. Go look at my Facebook. Look at all these guys like this, and they're all multimillionaires. The fact that I was sitting there speaking to all Olympians, right? A lot of the people you see in the Wikipedia box, I was like this, mentoring Olympians. So maybe I had something to tell him, but obviously he knows.
Doing way better than my helium. Happy Thanksgiving to the family. Nicole Harris, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate the super chat. And always have guests, period. It's easier. I think I realized that too, guys. When I was starting to set up like the co-host show and all that, and then kind of like depending on somebody to bring news with me or like support me, that was kind of like distracting a little bit too, as far as like, and then right after I was like, okay, it's just me again. And then like basically y'all see how I basically stepped up my game and like all fire. So then I started going.
Stepped up your game, because that's one of the things that we talked about.
Down the rabbit hole again. And then that kind of reminded me again too. I'm like, I don't really need a co-host. Like, I'm with the rabbit hole research, I can set it off and be on fire. I mean, everybody knows the research is like, you know, there. So it kind of like really readjusted my goals and got me super focused again. Nicole Harris, thank you big time for that.
Everything happens for a reason.
Because
it does.
I mean, I was liking the setup and all. It was actually, I liked the setup. I liked the setup, you know, having the co-host and all. And I thought it'd bring like a little bit of variety to it. I mean, I liked the setup, don't get me wrong, but I guess it's just, I guess, you know, we had differences of opinions on certain things, so.
Not really. Well, actually, we did.
But
it mostly came from who you are in your personality, what you
it's
revealed
like,
to
hold
me.
up, you know, what was... I don't know. People that's been here watching my show for years kind of seen this scenario before. It's not like the first time I actually been through the same exact scenario.
So this, again, is a disrespect. I've seen people that have come on this show before that try to be a part of the show, who try to come in and do calls. I was here for 2 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, and they would come and go based off the fact that they felt like he was slow. He couldn't follow what they were doing. Like I said, I'm going to leave some things out because if I hear anything else, that's what my next video will be, the facts.
Scenario. I've actually been through this with different content creators before, as far as like they came here, oh, we got your back, bro. We love you, bro. I'm here for you.
Again, little jabs in his own little way. And this is the stuff that I saw, even on streams that he would say, oh, 6AJ trying to take my spot. 6AJ, and it was just little comments you kept making. And when my wife heard it, she goes, my God, James, all I hear is this guy hating on you.
You, bro. I'm here for you. I only want to stream only with you. Oh, no.
And see, that's a lie. What I told him is I would have a second channel. Again, I don't even know I'm continuously speaking up for this, but I would co-host because you were so inconsistent. Sometimes the IBF family would see you once a week, twice a week, didn't even know when you were coming on. And I know more about that story as well.
That's why I wanted to stop, because I didn't want to get carried away too mumuch, because I don't want it to be like that and all. Cartech Philly with the super chat. Much love, my brother. I appreciate that. And Cartech Philly, thank you big time, my sister. See, I don't mind. That's why I be needing help. I'll be forgetting stuff. Cartech Philly, legendary sister in the crypto community. Yo, Bozilla is the crypto king. Wishing you and Huddle Model a special Thanksgiving, and give Pickle a piece of turkey too. Oh, Pickle.
That's what CKJ is, Crypto King Joe.
Yeah, that's what people may not know. The Crypto King Joe. That's what it stands for back in the day. CKJ, Crypto King. The king of crypto. Yeah. Cartech Philly, I really appreciate that. And I guess basically, and I was really debating on big time, even talking about it at all. But
I guess that's where I'm different. I don't need to pump myself over. I'm the one, or I'm the greatest thing to crypto. I mean, look, man, you are what you are. You have a talent, but it's just too much about yourself. And that's why the jealousy kicked in and you went off the way you went off.
Kind of just really wanted people to know that, you know, we are separate now. And he's doing this thing, and I'm doing my thing. I guess I really felt that I should put that out there. Cartech Philly, I do appreciate that. Thank you, C-Kaz. I appreciate that. Lower level queen and C-Kaz. I appreciate that. And
I know Crypto Tales, you're right, brother. But like I said, when you attack my integrity, if I was just nobody, if I was just, you know, I had a couple people told me that take the higher road, and I was willing to do that. That's why I responded in my Telegram privately, like he did in his Telegram. And I told myself, and I told my boys, I said, as long as he doesn't go live and say something against me, then I'll keep my mouth closed.
I guess really, I would have to say this now because I don't really want it to be an extended show and have to go into it again. So I guess I'll throw this out there too so I can be done with this completely. Now, if I don't really talk about a project or a certain coin or whatever, like somebody might come in here and like talking about projects or coins or whatever. If I don't say, oh yeah, I like that project, be cautious with projects like that. That's all. And I'm not saying be cautious with projects people talk about. Like there's a lot of good projects with potential. There is potential in projects. But some projects are in it for like it's going to be the long game on some projects. You know, some projects are launched easily, and with the hard work, them projects can succeed. Don't get me wrong. But I'm looking for more like bigger connections as far as like follow the money. I want to see more work put in.
Yeah, I agree, CK. I mean, look, I don't know. I know Ticketman is making comments. I don't know who that is, honestly. And you should only say things that you can prove, right? I saw it when I was researching the channel. I saw it when I was Googling information of concerns of people. And there was actually a guy, I don't know if I have to go look and see, but he had I want to say a video of his anger about that situation. But again, you should never say nothing that you can't prove. And again, this is not about beating people down. It's just we all make mistakes. We make a lot of them. You're right. No one's here to judge. It just when you start talking about a person's character, then sometimes people will have to respond to that.
And I want to see, you know, like investors coming in and just like people that's going to be bumping and grinding as far as like, you know, basically like most of our challenges we all question on. If a project doesn't really meet the standards of the research, then I'm not going to back it. I'm sorry. And some projects I just was not bullish on. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sell my soul down the drain for a sponsorship or a project that wants me to talk about them. Like, that would be completely against anything I ever done, because everybody already knows my motto. It's like, you know, so of course I just want to find the best projects and all, and that it's still good projects, don't get me wrong. The Wolf, keep it up, bro. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Gone Blind. We love 68J, nothing but love. Better to keep love. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it should have been. He should have just left it alone, not try to take little shots at me. But that's okay.
Good.
And I like CK. You said I did respond.
Oh, hold up. Team Green on the scene. Bozilla, you are a genuine brother, and many will try to take advantage of that.
But again, see, these are people, Team Green, who would message me, oh man, you're doing a great job, you're a great addition, this and that. And again, nothing against Team Green, nothing against Team Green. It just, they only know, like CK says, he goes, I only knew what he said. I didn't know what the story was until you said it. And again, guys, I got no reason to lie. I don't make money off this. I'm not getting a check from YouTube. This is just, I'm just responding to someone who just went sideways. That's all.
Just know IBF will always have your back. Team Green, I appreciate that, bro. You're a legend, Team Green. Much love. You're a genuine brother.
I agree, Quintessential. We should have handled this on the phone. But the problem is with CK, when I tried to talk to him, he got all over the top. He was screaming. He was yelling. And it was just, I'm sitting on the phone like, is this how this guy communicates? So, and then you get on here and you're like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. You know, you're making all these little gestures, and then you go hard, you know, when you're on the phone, and it's just, you know, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So there's really no way of communicating with the guy. If he wanted to communicate, he could have communicated with me in a way, not having to post that voicemail on his Telegram, and then not having to say the stuff that he said here.
And many will try to take advantage of that. Just know IBF will have your back. Team Green, and much love, bro. I thank you big time. Opportunity marketing with good God. Y'all coming through today with the love. Thank you big time. Opportunity marketing. CKJ and Hodl Model. Thank you for all you do, and many blessings. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. And one thing, guys, I'm going to say, yes, I do really appreciate the super chats and the supports and the memberships, and it does help me out in a big way. Like, yes, I'm not going to come up here and act like I'm way bigger than I am or something like that. And this is why I always try to keep my challenges really simple with $100 challenges that we all can afford.
That has nothing to do with it. I've been supporting this guy with giveaways, either to himself or to the IBF family for years.
Because, you know, we're just normal people around here. We're just normal people.
So now by saying normal people, he's trying to make me seem like I made myself out. Just because I have a resume, if Michael Jordan or if somebody who retired who was great went to his channel, it doesn't mean that person, just because someone did something, doesn't mean that they're better than anyone. I never said that. I never want anyone to feel that way. But when you start putting me in a position to questioning my integrity, that's the only problem I got. This is the only reason I'm responding, is when you question my integrity.
People that want to make it. Yes, people have accomplished more in life, and congrats on that. That's all great. That's all great. And we can learn. We can learn. But I'm just an average person. That's all I got to say.
See, again, just saying you're an average person, look, dude, I was raised up on welfare. You know, because my dad left at 9, they put me in special ed classes because I used to fight all the time. Not because I was stupid, because I used to fight. I'm from Brooklyn. I was just, you know, my mindset at the time. It didn't mean I was stupid. Matter of fact, I became an AB honor roll student once I got over the whole dad thing and all this. So it's not about, I'm a kid that, you know, had to go in the government welfare line and wait for the cheese and the food stamps. I'm nobody. The only thing that makes me different is that I believe I could be. Never said I was better than you. I just said what I brought to the table was great and you didn't appreciate it.
Say about that. Thank you big time for all love and support, guys. I do appreciate that, Team Green. Opportunity marketing with a $20 super chat. Hodl Model. You see that Hodl Model? The love and the wolf. Keep it up. Thank you big time. Team Green, thank you so much. Super chat and opportunity marketing, Team Green and Cartech Philly. Thank you so much.
And again, he could have left it alone, but what does he do?
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, too. I hope everybody has the best Thanksgiving. And make sure you guys smash that thumbs up and hit the subscribe so you don't miss our nighttime show also. What'd you say? I can't hear you. Yup, I pitched a few. Wait a second, I pitched a few that you shot down. I didn't put money in them, and it was the right call. I pitched a few that you shot down. Oh, okay. And that's another thing, too, guys. I'm trying to tell you, like, a lot of people, like, talk to me about different tokens or whatever, and, like, I decided not to back them. And, like, 6 months later or a year later, then we seen what happened.
CK, as you made a comment right now, let me tell you something that I learned a long time ago, and I think it was a deciding factor for me coming up as a young person. Coming up from welfare, coming up from a messed up household, coming up from a dad that left, coming up by a stepfather that used to beat the hell out of us, beat the hell out of my mom. I was in a situation where everything was pointing towards me failing in life. Everything was about me failing in life. I was told I wasn't going to be nothing. And I had to work hard, man. I had to work hard at everything I did. But as soon as I start changing this, so CKs, all I can tell you is, it's like when my mom sat me down and she was talking about the birds and the bees. I was like, I don't know, I was a grown man. And she was like, son, you know how a baby's made? And I was like, yeah, Mom, I need to have that conversation. I'm like, I already got kids. And she said, well, there's millions of, sperm that swim through this thing, and they fight and they go this and they go, and I know I'm going off, but stay with me. And they go through the kind of fighting. And she went through this whole illustrated story about how they fight and they go through this and they go through barriers, and then all of a sudden they get to this thing and only one makes it, and one fights and it beats the rest out, and out of the millions that try, there's only one, son, and that's you, and you're a 1 in a million. You can do anything. And so I say that to you, my brother CKS, as I see your thing up there, and it got me really emotional when my mom said it, is I'm a 1 in a million because I believe I am. You're 1 in a million. All you have to do is believe you are, brother. So I appreciate your story, but anything I could do to help you identify that and get to that point in your life where you're excited and happy, I'm going to do that, my friend. As my brother, as my family member, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Again, sorry I had to go through this. I'm just responding to the badness.
But, like, I've been pretty on point with our calls. I pitched a few to you that you shot down. I didn't put money in them, and it was the right call. Lower level, you're legendary. Crypto Trooper, have a good Thanksgiving. CK has a good Thanksgiving. Miss J Kills. CKJ, you don't need no co-host. You're fire enough. Tell him, Miss J Kills. Miss J Kills. And that's the thing, guys. We've had supporters that's been here for many, many years. And at the end of the day, everybody knows me. I speak from the heart. I've always keep it real. And we're on a journey together. And we're going to continue on that journey together. And I wish everybody that's making content the best also. I think they'll crush it. They'll do well. You got to put in a little bit of work, though. Some research. Some content.
Here's the funny thing about that, CK. I don't need to do research and content. If I come on and have guests, if I just talk about my journey, if I can copy and paste what I did to create millions in this industry, and it bless people in my group, and I share what I'm doing, and I share the things that we're trying to do with building a wallet and other things, that's just my story. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. I don't have to do it the way you have to do it. So for you to sit there and try to belittle me and say, I need to pay my dues, brother, I've paid my dues. And I paid my dues to the point that I've got massive people that listen to me on a week-to-week basis. I paid my dues. Don't need confirmation from you.
You know what's crazy, guys? I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, and crypto was so small at that time,
It's not even about YouTube. You're still talking about the only thing you succeeded in your life is YouTube.
Crypto was so small.
Get past that.
And everything you did, all eyes were on it, right? As far as, like, basically... I'm not going to go into all that right now. I'm not going to go into that. It's a whole nother story. Let's just say crypto is matter of fact, let's just say crypto is way different now. Some stuff that flies easily now because it's so saturated would not fly back in the day as far as when it was smaller. It was all eyes on every little thing back in the day. But that's a whole nother little story. Not Jackie Chan, member for 17 months. Good God. Your channel may not have the quantity of subscribers as the fatter channels, but you get the quality. You get the realest info and the best calls. Not Jackie Chan. I really do appreciate that. And one thing, guys, like, don't get me wrong. Like, even the channel with 1 million subscribers and all that, and trust me, there's like a pay to play in YouTube where people start paying for different things, and it gives them viewers and it gives them subscribers, and they'll pay for this and the subscriber count will go up and all this and that. But guess what? And I'm talking about maybe the biggest channels in the world, but they don't got a family as real as this family. We're the realest family in crypto, the realest supporters, the realest people that's out here bumping and grinding and trying to make a difference and find hidden gems that are going to make a difference. And this is why I always stayed away from like nodes or just bigger, more expensive projects, because we can't afford that crap. Like, we want to find real challenges that can crush it, and we have done that.
There's some incredible node projects out there. There's some node projects that are not doing as well as they used to, but there's node projects out there that made millions and millions of dollars for people, and it didn't hurt people. Some of these node projects are just in a bit of a retracement. Some of them have gone away. Some of them are still around, and there's others. Ethereum got a node project, so not all nodes. It's just that's ignorance when you don't understand the importance of nodes.
So I love you guys, and I can't thank you enough for the support to 9 million views. And Not Jackie Chan, thank you. And Opportunity Market, thank you big time for that too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the best quality. And believe it or not, guys, we're going to turn it up big time with the research and hidden gems. You seen how I actually...
Bro, Gala, major. There's another one tells DAG. DAG, again, not financial advice, and I know I'm going on this little rant with CK because this is not really even talking about crypto, but DAG has a contract with, I want to say like the Air Force, something like a government contract. DAG is going to be big. So DAG knows that's another one. Crypto tells you run on the money with Gala.
Kind of turned it up a little bit. Like the videos I've been dropping on my other YouTube channel, like straight deep dive research. I'm gonna we're gonna turn it up and step our game up big time, guys. So I cannot thank you. Hollow model, can you read that for me?
Who is calling me?
Yeah, I need some help.
Not Jackie Chan. CKJ is the man. 17
Oh.
months. Holy cow. Must have been good.
Good Lord Almighty, huh? 17 months must be good. Not Jackie Chan, thank you big time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all.
Oh, can you
for the
read?
super chats today.
Can you read this one right here?
What?
Oh no, I'm just,
yeah.
nah, don't read that. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Let me stop. Not Jackie Chan, thank you big time for that. I do appreciate that. LJ, Michael Gray, real support and real. Michael Gray, thank you big time. I do appreciate that. And and listen, family, like far as like, okay, if somebody else is doing giveaways and all that, I don't want the family to feel at all that, oh, I'm not gonna go there because this happened. Trust me, God, I'm not gonna look at you, be mad at you or anything like that at all. Trust me, if somebody's doing a giveaway and you can win some money, go get that money. As far as that, like, I'm not going to say something like, oh, man.
I agree, Quintessential. Me and my wife would sit around watching the streams, or even other old members would watch the screen, and I would get phone calls. I could prove that. I put any member on this phone, CKaz, Quintessential, Crypto Tales, I'll put you on the phone with some old members and listen to what they say. Jay, he was hating on you. Jay, he kept distorting things. Jay, the guy, it's just one thing at Jay, why are you downplaying yourself? And it's like, I'm not making this stuff up, man. Like I said, it shouldn't have got to this point. All I've done, even before YouTube, was show CKJ love. I would get off and I would go about my life. Everything I gave over the years is out of love. Every person that won made me feel a certain kind of way. When someone said, I won, and I sent that money and I sent it right away, every time I did that, it made me feel amazing. Because I know what it is not to have. I know what it is to need and want. And I don't want to be on top of the hill solo winning. I want to raise everyone. I hope there's a day that we all have a Crypto for Life event that's catered, that we're all sitting around laughing, talking about the old days, and we're all there's more. Everyone's a multimillionaire. Everyone's winning, whether you took 1,000 and got to hundreds of thousands, or you took 50,000 and got to millions. If you took 10,000, I remember one guy said, if you took $3,000 and invested it smart in this dip, you could become a multimillionaire. Come on, guys. That's what I'm looking forward to, and I've been so consistent. Here's the thing about it. If you look at, and here's a warning to CKJ, brother. Just the best thing to do is just please stay in your lane, leave me alone, because if you look at the consistency of since I've been messing with you for 2 years, giving away all heart, supporting you, supporting the channel, and the 20-something odd years, 25 plus years besides that. That's all on my social media. That's all on my Instagram and my Facebook. All these things that these people, all the guests that are coming on talking about the things that we've accomplished, there's a consistency, not of 12 months, 2 years, since 2017, my whole life. My whole life. Since I watched my dad leave my mom, I was 13 years old, and I decided to go out and get a job to help my mother at 13 years old. My whole life supporting people. Don't ever try to diminish who I am as a person. And if you do anything or say anything else, I'm gonna really go hard on you. This is actually very easy. This is a nice version of me.
It's not like that at all. It's not like, oh no, pick or choose. Nah, I would not do that at all. But let's just say we are separate. And that kind of like entails maybe a little bit of different things too, as far as like, it's like funneling traffic. Like some people.
Integrity, brother. It's not funneling traffic. I reached out to people. Anybody that I reached out to and I had them join our group were people that had DM'd me, people who won money from me, people who we have relationships. Here's the thing I told someone a long time ago. If you're the person who introduced me to my wife or introduced me to a friend and we become friends, you don't control that friendship. Just because I might have met someone. I got some incredible people now. I give another, Deshaun. He just had a baby. I met him in the IBF family years ago. He don't want anything to do with not Goodwin, but Bladen. And yet I sent his son Jordan his very first pair. I said, let me send your son his very first pair of shoes. I sent his son his very first pair of Jordans, his whole Jordan outfit, shirt, bottom, top, hat. Why? Because we developed a relationship. That's my brother. Iron Man's my brother. Michael Griffith's my brother. I got family members in here who I love like my family. And I met them through. So just because you meet someone somewhere doesn't mean that that person that you met them through owns them, CK. You don't own anyone. So people can look at both shows. They can look at every show on YouTube, whatever it takes for them to win. You do great deep dives. I give you kudos, CK. I give you your kudos. But your integrity and what you stand for as a person and recognizing talent, you don't have that.
People might try to funnel traffic certain ways or funnel traffic this. That's kind of serious. That's a serious thing in crypto, as far as, like, for example, that would be like me going to Bags Telegram and dropping my video in there and saying, everybody.
I was part of the same Telegram team. Look at your face. Your face tells exactly how you treated me, the conversations, the yelling. You can say whatever you want to say, brother. I know the truth. And someone who's been very consistent in who I am has no reason to lie on a YouTuber. Bro, why? What's the point of that?
I better show up tonight at my live stream. I wouldn't do that. That's Bags Telegram. That's like me going to BitBoy's Telegram and saying, oh, BitBoy, I'm dropping my video in here, bro. Or, like, basically.
All you've ever done is show a bunch of jealousy for that brother, and hatred toward that brother. When he, it is what it is, bro. Like, that hater stuff, all that, those little things that I used to, and I would try to, sometimes I would even add into the equation. But the bottom line is, bro, yeah, just do your thing, CK. You're good at what you do. Do your thing. Leave people like me who are on another level. Leave me alone, brother.
Basically, it's, there's, you got to work for some things. You got to put in some work, too. Put
on some work, like being featured in magazines, awards, some of the biggest stages of the world, a group full of people who their taxes are worth more than what bro, don't, like, I'll add crypto tells some people in my private group and let them see who's in that damn group. And it's amazing. It's amazing. We've actually got two groups. One is just about 4 Fortune 500 people who don't want to be mentioned, and it's real. It's not fake, it's real. And you're over here talking about this. Bro, look, I can go on and on and on about your integrity and the things you do in your personal business. I'm not going to share that because those are private conversations. But, brother, don't go there. The best thing for you to do is leave me alone.
I've been bumping and grinding, too. People have to put in work. Anyway, I love you guys, and thank you so much.
14-month membership.
Shane Sullivan, thank you so. 14-month membership, thank you big time. XRP, Rude Boy, nothing but love, much love. Not Jackie Chan, I do appreciate that. Thank you guys big time. I know it is Thanksgiving and, you got stuff.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. So I'm done. I had to vent. I had to get off my chest. If you got anything else to say, again, I don't want to take the 99% of the great things I've done and then like the 1% of that brother from Brooklyn, New York come out. Please don't make him come out. But if I have to bring him out and really go hard on you and start collecting people's stories and contacting people, I'll do that. But don't want to do that. Stay in your lane. You're great for what you do. I wanted to enhance that. I bought into who you were. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. But when you started disrespecting me, when you started yelling at me, when you started contradicting certain things, you said that I left. No, you kicked me out of the Telegram group. I promoted, yes. Like I told you, I don't want to be the channel who can't compliment what you're doing. That's why I built the channel. That's why I decided to do the things I did. I told you this. I'm not going to ask for your passwords and your login information. Just look at BitBoy. Look at Run Guys. And you want to know why they're so big and you're not? You got to trust somebody. And just because everyone screwed you or maybe other people, every now and then God's put someone great in your life. I believe I'm that person. You messed it up. God bless you. Good luck. Best wishes. Keep my name out your mouth and we'll be good to go. With all that being said, guys, I'm sorry it had to happen. Got to get out, move on to the